Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green back with yet another movie review. And today I'm gonna give y'all a brand new one. This one came out 2020. It's called Run. But before I jump into all that and tell you what I thought about it, what I think you'll like about it, and why this is definitely a movie worth watching, I want to remind y'all that I am posting a brand new video series on this channel every week. Tuesdays, you're gonna get Jay Green Morals and Values. What's it all about? It's basically me just telling some random wayward stories about my life and times on this planet, what I've been through, the ways that I think. I'm a crazy guy, okay? So if you like my reviews and you're getting some enlightenment to film and a different way to look at things, maybe you wanna check those videos out too and get to know your homie just a touch better. Now, with all that out the way, let's get to the review. Alright fam, so this movie was directed by Anish Chaganty, the same director of 2018's Searching. I'm gonna bring that back up in a minute. And it stars Sarah Paulson and Kira Allen. And I'm gonna break it down like this. We got this young girl, she's homeschooled, she's wheelchair bound, and she's at the end of her high school career. Now she's been applying to Washington State. That's the only place she wanna go. It is her hopes, it is her dreams. She's relying on her mom to help her get there. But as certain things start to unravel, she starts learning a deep, dark secret that her mom has. And it is one that's going to shift her paradigm forever, baby. Now, straight off the top, this movie is amazing. But let me tell you why. I can't just say it's amazing and give you no reasons. Here are the reasons. Number one is going to be the direction. Anish Chaganty kills it in this movie. Not only does he direct it, but he also had a hand in writing it as well. Now, the first time I saw this cat's work was 2018's Searching. We got a dad looking for his missing daughter. It also took place in the San Jose area. That's where your homie is from. So it added an extra layer of coolness. In this film, this movie is unraveling as you go. There's always something a little extra that you're finding out every scene, and he manages to keep the tension in every scene. This girl's in a wheelchair trying to get through her house. She's in the town trying to wheel herself around, trying to find out answers, but she can't let her mom know what she's trying to find out at the same time. And he has a way of working the camera so that you understand what she's got to do, but then the camera kind of pans back to let you see what she has to overcome. And I think that is amazing the way he does that shit. Now, in a movie like Run, where you don't have a whole lot of people, you got to make sure that your leads in that film can carry that entire film. Think of Tom Hanks in Castaway or Ryan Reynolds in Buried. Both those men carry those films throughout. You're constantly wondering what's going on in the outside world on the edge of your seat. This movie is just the same. We got Sarah Paulson playing the mom. We got Kira Allen playing the daughter. Now, number one, Sarah Paulson is murking the game. She's riding that level of insane and sinister and also vulnerable. Not easy to do. So as you're watching her throughout the film, through a better portion of the film, you're on her side like, man, what's going on with her daughter? Her daughter is tripping. But then you kind of shift and be like, well, I don't know, maybe her daughter's not tripping. Maybe she's tripping. So it goes back and forth, and she rides that line very well. Kira Allen, now, might I say that Kira Allen is also really in a wheelchair in real life. And that's like the first time that we've seen a female lead in a wheelchair starring in a movie since like the 50s. So big ups on that. But Kira Allen is killing the game. The things that she has to do physically in this film are ridiculous. So when she's actually going through it, no, she's really doing that shit. She's crawling across the roof of the house, looking like she's about to fall off, stuff like this. She's going down the stairs on her own, just lowering herself off of ropes and things of this nature. She's really putting herself through the ringer, and I give big ups and props to her for being able to put herself through that type of physical acting. Now, aside from the physical acting, which is all well and good, this is a thriller. And with a thriller, you need subtlety. There is a lot of great subtlety in this film that brings about more tension, that brings about more creepy, spine-chilling, hair on your arm and your back stand-up type shit. Okay? Kira Allen is the one that brings that home. As she's figuring certain things out, as certain things are revealed, the looks and the facial expressions that this woman has sell every bit of it. Another thing of note in this film is that Anish Chaganty does not give you any straightforward straightforward verbal exposition. Remember, verbal exposition, we're talking about two characters speaking to one another just so we, the audience members, can follow along. You get clues and things in the film, but then it's not like the very next scene they question that person about that clue. That's usually how it might go in a thriller. Someone finds something, the very next scene, hey, what about these pills? We don't get that in this movie. We're left to linger for a little while trying to figure out on our own or put the pieces together. But then when there is exposition, it's very natural and it's very realistic from newspaper clippings or a Google search or something of this nature, but it doesn't really take you out of the film because it's so subtle yet in your face enough that you get what's happening. You're still on board with the show. Now, I didn't have any problems with this movie. I will say there was a slight mixed bag. A slight mixed bag in the sense that while this movie is great throughout and the characters are built very well that you believe every single thing that's going on because of the caliber of writing, directing, and acting, I do feel like they jumped right into the mix. As soon as this movie starts out, there's not really too much of a backstory or a back element, if you will, to let us know that this is what we're gonna get. Now, you do get over it because this movie is that good and it is that entertaining, but in the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, well, if I had something to really nitpick, I feel like this movie just jumped right into the daughters acting this type of way, feeling this type of way, the mom acting this type of way, feeling this type of way. So when they're kind of normal, the chemistry is not really there. I'm wondering, why is it all kind of stiff at first? But that's about it. I promise you, it's probably something you might not even notice, but that's just something, if I had to nitpick, if there was anything going on with it. All right, homie, you made it this far in the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time and your support. As always, if you made it this far, I've kept you entertained. If you haven't yet already, please give me that thumbs up. Please give me that subscribe. It helps out me, it helps out my channel, and I thank you in advance. Now, who is this movie for? I think this movie is definitely for the thriller fan. I think this movie is definitely for a horror fan. This movie is for pretty much anyone who wants to solve a mystery along with someone else. But more than not, this movie is for someone who loves suspense. There are so many suspenseful moments in this movie. I felt my hands and my shoulders tensed up more than usual. This movie was really great directed. The story is amazing. And I think that the acting is phenomenal from everyone. So I think this is a movie you could watch with your family. It's PG-13. But at the same time, if you are a fan of any of those genres that I listed, you are going to have a great time with Run. You can stream it now on Hulu. Hey, y'all, I hope you check it out. I hope I gave you a little bit of insight and knowledge to this movie, so I enticed you just a touch. And if I did that, then I did my damn job. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.